Hi there, Andy Henderson here. How to know if you're undercharging or not. You probably feel that you're undercharging, but are you? Can you charge more? Can you make more money? I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa Guide. This is Sherpa Guidance episode 58. And this episode, I'm going to hit the problem of undercharging and feeling like you're undercharging, feeling like you're not getting what you're worth, feeling undervalued and navigating through that pricing question. This is going to make you feel better. I've spoke to quite a few people just this last week alone that after we've had the conversation, they've suddenly thought to themselves, I am undercharging and my value, I'm worth more. So how are we going to do that? So I'm going to share with you the secrets of this in a second. But for now, I'm on a mission, as you know. I'm on a mission to impact the lives of 1 million people. And I'm going to do that with a forward-thinking community and all the people I work with. And we're going to create a movement of forward-thinking people shining their torch beam on the positives, on the future, and making steps on their path towards their destination. So today we're talking about value, talking about price, talking about making sure you're not undercharging for your services. And I'm going to use the whiteboard here, and I've got a couple of notes on my screens here, so I'm going to deflect and look at those a couple of times. Undercharging, what's it all about? So if you're undercharging currently, it's probably because you're thinking about your service from where you are inside your head, inside your heart, and you're thinking, right, you know, what do I need to charge? What can I charge? You're probably thinking about it on a cost plus basis. What's my product cost? What's my service cost? And you're probably putting a bit of margin on that and thinking, what's going on here? I need to put some margin on, but it feels enough. Can I survive? Can I sustain my life? Can I sustain my business? Can I grow my business and earn some money to invest in the business as it grows at this margin? You're probably thinking, what if I charge too much? People aren't going to want to buy my service anymore. They're not going to want to buy my product. They're going to say no instead of yes. You're not going to get that thrill of your customer saying yes to you, a brand new customer. So what are we doing about it? So you're probably thinking, what does my product cost adding a margin? You might be thinking, what does my service cost? And adding a margin to that as well. And you're probably coming out at the end of the month thinking, bloody hell, I've worked really hard, but I've just not made enough money. I've not made enough money. So how do we get this pricing thing sorted? How do we make sure we're not undercharging for our services? Well, like I said, the problem is because we're coming at it from our point of view. We're looking at it and thinking, right, that's my cost, that's what I'm happy to make, that's what I'll charge. But you're missing a massive trick, because in none of those statements I've just mentioned did I talk about value. Now, this isn't just a 101 about value. There's a particular exercise you kind of need to do to understand the value that you deliver to your customers. And that's where the cost comes in. It's not about you and what you need to earn to survive. It's not about you and what you need to add on as margin to make sure, you know, your customers don't say no because it's too expensive, or, you know, that you can survive on the margin that you're making. It's about something very, very different. To calculate whether you're undercharging or not, and to actually start to charge what you're worth, could make a massive difference to your life. It could make a massive difference to your lives of your employees and your customers. But to do that, we've got to get really clear on our dream buyer. We need to understand the dream buyer. I'm not going to go into dream buyer today, but we need to know who our dream buyer really is. And when you know who your dream buyer is, you've got to follow this short framework. It's very, very simple. Now, I'm going to do this based on my dream buyer, the type of customer that I serve the best. It's full of self-belief, full of confidence, have a sense of purpose but maybe can't define it, a bit stressed, a bit frustrated, working in the business, not on the business, feeling like they're on the hamster wheel, but they're ambitious. You know, they've got this sense of purpose. They kind of maybe think about money quite a bit, but it's more about impact than money. You know, these kind of things. And my kind of dream buyer, of course, I'm a Sherpa guide. I help business owners grow their businesses. So what we've got to think of, this short framework, is I've got to think about my dream buyer just like you do. You've got to think about who that dream buyer is, the demographic, the psychographic, and also, you know, their similar character traits. But that's one for another day. Once we've got that, what we need to understand are the problems our dream buyer faces. Now, bear with me on this. We need to understand the problem. So my dream buyer has these problems, right? One is time. They haven't got enough time. The second one is working in the business, not on the business. Yeah, massive. Another one is they can't prioritise. Prioritisation. Sound like you yet? Another one is they get distracted too easily. sometimes searching for distracting, because in the business at the moment it's like Groundhog Day, same thing day after day, time after time, expecting different results. It's not going to happen unless you do something about it. Distractions. The business isn't growing, so they're flatlining. Static growth. Static growth. They might not get any leads in the business, so no leads, no new biz. So we get an idea, there's a bunch of problems there. So not only for our dream buyer do we need to know what problems they suffer, because problems are kind of binary. They're almost like the equivalent of features in features and benefits. The problems exist and they're in their head. But what we need to do is we need to get into their heart. So if we know what their problems are, we know what the pains are that those problems cause. So, hi Anne, how are you? Hello Peter, nice to see you. Oh gosh, that's a bit rude, a bit racy. I won't repeat that live on air. But what we need to know is that, these problems that they've got, these are in their heads. What we need to find out is what's in their hearts. What pain is it causing them? So, my dream buyer, business owner, B2B, wants to grow. Every day is like Groundhog Day. They're flatlined, they're struggling, they feel like they're on the hamster wheel working 60, 70 hours a week, not moving forward, not feeling like they're making progress. Maybe that's you, Peter. I don't know. Maybe you want to hit me up in the comments and let me know. But we need to know about the pain. So, if one of my dream buyer has the problem of time, the pain is they don't have time to do the things that they love. They come home late from work. The dinner's in the dog. The kids are really unhappy because they didn't go to football practice or hockey practice or ice skating or ballet or whatever it was. The kids are really upset. They feel emotionally drained and sad because they're not able to do the things that they love and the things that they really want to and the things that they're supposed to be a good dad or whatever it is. So they're getting stressed and they feel sad. They're working in the business, not on it. So they're stressed out, they're burnt out, they're tired, doing all the stuff, feeling like no one's helping them anymore. It just feels like, again, Groundhog Day, hamster wheel stuff. And that makes you feel tired, makes you feel stressed. It makes you feel like, what's the point? Is this it for the next 20 years of my life? So, pain, hamster wheel, stressed, tired. They can't prioritise, so you feel overwhelmed. They've got this feeling of overwhelm all the time because there's so much stuff going on, they don't know what to take first. But the key thing is with that is the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. So these people are feeling like they can't prioritise, so the feeling's overwhelmed. They get distracted easily, chasing all the small things, because if every day is like Groundhog Day, you search for distraction. You search for something to stimulate you and make you feel good. So when they do that, they feel guilty that they're not concentrating on the main thing, so there's a feeling of guilt. Static growth, disappointment. That's a pain of disappointment, frustration, and, losing hope, losing their purpose, losing their self-belief. So you get the idea. So every customer has problems and they've got pains that manifest out of the problems. But on the lighter side, every customer wants a result. They want a gain. So people either move away from pains and problems, or they're moving towards hopes and dreams or results. So what might the results be for my kind of dream buyer? Well, results, first of all, growth. In terms of profit and in terms of revenue. Yeah, so personal growth. Yes. They want to feel confident, self-belief. They want to feel like they're moving forwards to a place that they want to be in the future. So confidence, self-belief. They want a feeling of fulfillment. Instead of chasing all the time, they want to feel fulfilled. They want to feel like they're doing meaningful work, moving along a path, making progress, creating a business and a life by design. They want to feel that sense of every step. They want to feel like the result is they want to feel like they're making progress. They may want to feel like they're winning, because businesses kind of feels like a game. When you're going out there and you're prospecting and you're getting inquiries and you get one of your customers to say yes, you help them make that decision. It's a great feeling. So they want to feel like they're winning, the thrill of winning. Yeah, big result. They want to feel a sense of freedom, a sense of pride. They want to build a legacy. So, freedom, pride, legacy. Okay, so why does all this stuff matter when it comes to what you charge? Well, maybe you can see that already. So, pricing is not about you and what you want to make and what you think you are worth. Price and value is born out of your customer's eyes, your dream buyer. That's why we need to know our dream buyer intimately. Because when we know their problems and when we know the pains that occur in their life as a result of them experiencing those problems, and then we know the exact result that they want. So they've got pains, they're stressed, they're sad, they feel like they're on the hamster wheel, moving, faster, but not making any progress. They feel overwhelmed with all the stuff they've got to do in the business and none of it's moving them forwards. They feel guilty because they're getting distracted. They're seeking and searching distraction because the business is like Groundhog Day. Same stuff every single day. They're losing self-belief. They're losing a bit of hope. You know, everything's stagnated. And as a business owner, the last thing we want is to stand still. We need to be moving. But sometimes we move everywhere instead of getting that time, effort, and money pointing in one direction. So they're the problems. They're the pains that they're experiencing. Now, they also want a result. So what's the result? They want growth in profit, revenue, new customers. They want personal growth. They want to feel like they're on a purpose. They want to do some self-development. They want to learn some stuff and apply it and grow. They want confidence, self-belief. They want to feel like they're making progress. They want to feel a sense of freedom, of pride, and they want to build a legacy, something that lasts long after they do. Now, here's the thing. How much do you think it's worth for this person to transform that pain into that result? From the pain to the result, that is where your pricing sits, because that's the value that you truly deliver to your clients, and the clients who pay for the value you create, not on a cost plus basis. So that's how to work out if you're undercharging. If you don't know your customers' problems, if you don't know your customers' pains, if you don't know what is the big result that they want, then I guarantee you're undercharging. Now, my customers, they don't buy Success GPS. They don't buy Success GPS at all. They don't buy a program. You know, training providers, coaches, they don't buy, yeah, okay, they might buy into me as a person, my personality, my, excitable nature, my motivational stuff, whatever. But actually what they're buying is the result. And the result is taking away their pains and problems and giving them, with the result, clarity, direction, self-confidence, self-belief, growth, movement, momentum, feeling like we're making progress to a place we want to be. That's what they're buying. So my pricing isn't priced on a cost per hour basis or a cost per month basis or a cost per day. It's based on the value I create. And that's enabled some great moves forward. And you know, when you're speaking to the right type of buyer, your dream buyer, and they experience these problems and pains, and you know they want that result, then your pricing needs to reflect that transformation. More about how to actually identify your dream buyer, then let me know, because that is crucial. You can't complete this unless you've done the bit before. So just let me know, hit me up in the comments. I'll help you. I'll talk to you about it. You know, we can have a free discovery call. We can get to the root of what this means for you, because this methodology enables people to charge 3, 4, 5, 6, even 10 times more than they were charging previously, and the customers are even more happy with the value that they're getting and the price that they're paying. How does that work? It's because they're running away and they want these problems and pain solved, and they want these big results. So, Andy Henderson, this is Sherpa Guidance episode 58, about how to understand if you're undercharging. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you can see what it means to understand your dream buyer and understand the problems, pains and results. And I hope that really helps you in your business. If you need any more help from me, like I say, book a discovery call. Let's have a chat. Let's see how I can help your business grow. And, maybe we can hook up later this week. So really nice to see you. I'll be live on Wednesday where I'm going to give you some more of the framework details of this on some slides. We're going to take you through it so you can try and grab that and implement it. Then Friday, I'll show you how I implement this in my business and how I implement it in my customers' businesses too. So great to see you all. Have a great day, and just remember, guys, you're just one